Have you ever experienced working with like maybe children that are just really picky eaters? Like my son, he's 2 and he really is picky. I'm having a tough time dealing with that. So what do we do in that situation? Like when your child's refusing to eat, what's the best option? So I would suggest when you give them some food, just give them a small amount at first, like maybe 1 tablespoon. Don't pile it on there. It might be overwhelming for them, but just give them a little bit at first, and if they like it, you can give them more. Second, I don't force them to eat it. If sometimes really, you'll notice children are strange sometimes, so you don't want to, they're still learning, you don't want to force them repetitively, force them to be eating food. Just over time, I think they'll start to like those foods a little bit more. So children eat snacks during the day. You want to give them normal snacks, right? Like in the middle of meals, maybe 3 or 4 hours after they eat. If you're giving them snacks all day long, they're not going to be hungry and they won't want to eat that food. So if they ask for a snack, just let them know, okay, I'll give you one soon. Don't give them a snack every time they ask for one. And if they're refusing foods, I would try replacing some of their foods with healthy snacks like fruits, apples, crackers, something that's a little bit more healthy for them. Also, when it's almost mealtime, I would give your child a warning. Just let them know, hey, in about 10 to 15 minutes we're going to be eating, because maybe they're out playing or they're busy with something else. It's better to just let them know so that they can prepare themselves and be ready to eat. My best suggestion really is to have a schedule and be consistent with that schedule. Really, kids have a lot. They like to watch TV, they like to be playing with their toys. There's a lot of things that can interrupt mealtime. So just make sure you're consistent with your schedule. Also, if you're having a family dinner or something, something that might help is teaching them kind of where everyone's used to sitting, and then also teaching them manners as well. You don't leave the table until you're finished eating, and all the rules apply to everyone in the family too. We like to keep things fair. Try not to be too strict. Don't force them to eat everything on their plate, but just appropriate. So these are just some ideas that I've come up with of how to help your child become better. Some examples that I have, like making up little signs or little names to kind of make it fun for them. Making up names so that they think it's cool and they enjoy it. Like broccoli, explain to them it looks like a tree and make it fun for them. Just different examples like that. Like an avocado, it can look like a bow, or explain to them, like if you cut out the middle, it can look like a little bow. If they don't want to eat the food, they have some left over, just let them know that they can leave it on the table if they want to go and play or something. if maybe they're not enjoying certain foods, you can try and add things to it, like maybe cream cheese or like a dipping sauce or something. Maybe they'll like it better if they have a condiment on it or something. Like they can dunk it into a dip and they might enjoy it better that way. Another example I have, like fruits, vegetables, oranges, different kinds of vegetables. You can make it into a smoothie for them, and then that way they're getting the nutrients, and it's just more fun for them. They might enjoy a smoothie more. If you make a sandwich for your child, maybe they'll refuse to eat a whole sandwich. You can make it fun and cut it into different shapes. You can also do that with like pizza, or using cookie cutters, you can make it into like a bear shape or a cat shape or something like that. Just different shapes, so it's more interesting for the child. It's the same food, but it helps them. They might enjoy eating it better that way. Also, if you have a plate that is decorative, instead of just using your normal plates, maybe you have a special plate for your child so they feel like, oh, that's my plate, that might have a certain decoration or something on it, so that they feel like it's more fun for them. Something else that might help is maybe sharing your food with your child. Maybe they'll start to learn that they like the foods that you eat. Maybe inviting some older friends over, or just older individuals. The children might think that, oh, if the older people are eating the food, maybe I'll enjoy it. You might designate a specific shelf on the fridge that's their space, so that they can go into the fridge and see, they know which foods are theirs in a designated area in the fridge. Also, another way that you can help them is maybe the child is sitting down and they're not used to sitting at the same table, so maybe if you make them always sit in the same seat, maybe that will help them improve their eating habits. It's important also to teach them about nutrition, calories, different things associated with nutrition. Like, for example, butter, broccoli, different kinds of foods, potatoes, cheese, chicken, fish, sweet potatoes. Those are all, you can teach them that those are healthy foods and those ones are better for you. They should eat those more than other kinds of foods because they're more healthy. Also, really, most important is don't become too frustrated. Really, it's not life or death. It's going to be okay. Really, it's fine. It'll be okay. If you might notice that children might become frustrated too. They're thinking that they want to play a game, so try and help them make it more enjoyable. If you start now with some of these suggestions, I think it will help improve the eating habits for your children.
I'm Marilyn Call, and I am Gary's supervisor, and I'm going to be doing a 6-month job performance review with Gary today, and I really appreciate you coming to interpret for me.
And you think, I'm like, oh wow, it's already finished.
Okay. There are 2 interactives,
Okay.
but this one's more like what you're going to
Okay.
see.
Yeah, that's fine.
It has a little more back and forth, where this one had a coda,
Uh-huh.
and she responds almost immediately at
Okay.
times, and you're not done.
Wait, what did I? So for the voicing, I was obviously looking at the screen the whole time because I'm watching. With this one, anytime that I'm signing, I should be looking at the camera. No? Look at the screen. Look here the whole time. Okay. But
Because
for
this
the,
is who you're going to see. You'll see Gary
Uh-huh.
and no one else. You'll only hear the hearing person, which
Okay.
is Marilyn.
Okay.
So if you hear Marilyn, you'll see Gary. In real life, I'm always going to be looking at Gary.
Okay. Okay.
It doesn't matter, when the hearing person's speaking, I'm signing to Gary. When Gary's voicing or signing back, I'm voicing because Marilyn's in the room with me.
Okay.
Okay.
Signing the whole time.
It just makes it easier. I mean, if you go back and forth, it's not the end of the world and it's not going to change anything.
Mhm.
It's just one more step you have to think about.
When I was doing the signing, should I have just looked at the screen, or was
No.
I supposed to look at the camera?
You're supposed, the camera.
The camera.
Yes.
Okay.
When you were signing, yes.
Okay.
And that's the only time at the novice level you'll ever do that.
Okay. Otherwise, I'm just looking at
At the screen.
video.
Mhm.
Okay. Gotcha.
I'm Marilyn Call, and I am Gary's supervisor, and I'm going to be doing a 6-month job performance review with Gary today.
So this
and
is
I
the only
really
time you'll hear
appreciate you
her
coming
or
to
see
interpret
her.
for me.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
Okay?
Got it.
And this has its own few challenges in it, is why we didn't take it, but in the most part, the format's very similar.
Okay. Got it.
You are good to go.
Thank you.
You'll see that again, that intro.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.